Okay then, so do you see my wonderful mask, this sheep mask? I bought it yesterday and I thought I'd show you guys how much I did pay for it. So, if we go into the GE history, we can see there I bought the sheep mask for 100 mil. So, I think it is possibly worth now to camp medium clue scrolls for the animal masks. Because look at that, just 100 mil for an item which is worth fucking like 6 mil in the GE. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Anyway guys, what's up and welcome to my Road to 5 Bill episode number 2. And we're kicking it off with a few next kills in this little clip session here. And I basically took all of your feedback from episode 1 into episode 2, and I've started to add in, odd loots, loots that aren't always, a good drop. I've like onyx bolts and stuff from next, and later on you'll see me doing a Rexor, which, I'll talk about during the clips. So, yeah, the next look still continues, but obviously I'm going to say this now that we haven't had a next pet, so, that is out the window, but the look continues at drop rate wise. So, yeah, just seeing on screen now, all the drops that we've had, they haven't been the best, but a drop is still a drop, and that is still good enough for me. My drop rate is still like 1 in 15 or 1 in 14 even for an item, which is pretty nice, and we've had a lot of onyx bolts within these kills as well. But yeah, the luck still continues onyx bolt wise, and drop wise, like I said, it's just been insane. The onyx bolts are racking up. It would be nice to go for 100,000 of them. We'll see though within how many episodes it does take me to reach 5 bill, but the rate I'm going at next, then it's going to be no time at all with the amount of items that we've received. Yeah, fair enough, in this episode they haven't all been the best, but my drop rate is still like 1 in 15, 1 in 14. It is absolutely ridiculous, and with me implementing onyx bolts now, you can see literally how many we do get, which is pretty amazing. And we've got an effigy there as well, so that is effigy number 1 in the tab, which we shall gladly take. I'm going for 5 effigies in the tab, which means my rarity of effigy drops will be a lot higher, meaning I don't get them as often, and hopefully it has the same effect that a Rexor, as in an effigy, is the same drop rate as a leg piece. So after finishing up my next trip, I did actually get invited to do raids, and as you can see, look at the rubbish graphics right there. It is due to Java making my frames drop so much, and this was pre-release of NXT, so now NXT is released, then there should be no other problems with doing PVMing. It should all be high detail and looking very, very sexy. So the loot then is I'm going to show every single drop that I'm going to be getting from raids, whether it be an item or whether it be just a regular loot. I'm just going to show it because it is a good 1.5 to 3 mil per boss, depending on which one you do. But yeah, I got a personal record at Beastmaster, and I also got a personal record at Yaka, which was a sub 10, which was very nice. And yeah, that is the loot there. So not great, but still it is consistent. Right then, boys and girls, we've got ourselves an elite clue scroll, from all the feedback that I've received from episode 1. You guys did want me to include clue scrolls, elites and hards. I'm going to be doing both types, and we're going to hopefully get lucky and get ourselves a die. If we pull off a die, then another one at least, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. It'll be quite funny as well to see how much flame I receive in the PM anyway. But I'm really not hoping for anything because I can't really complain. I've had a shadow die before, so yeah, I'm just going to do these to break up the PVM clips. So we're going to crack on with this elite, and then once we do the elite, we're going to then crack on with the hard clue, so be back with the reward. Right then, first loot, what's it going to be? Probably complete shit. 241k, we are going to re-roll it of course, and it is 70 elite clues as well, that's pretty nice. So 174k, first unique item, dragon staff, not bad. So we've completed 83 hard treasure trials now, and that reward was absolute AIDS. So we can re-roll it, and that is what we're going to do for even more AIDS. Well, 109k, I suppose it's better than nothing. I think these are the only 2 God Wars 2 clips that I do have, but as you can see, they're quite dated because we got ourselves a weapon there. And watch me actually examine it, and it is valued at 80 mil, so this just shows how old these 2 clips are. So I started off with a yak as well, now you use a Steel Titan at the Twin Furies at least anyway, and then we got ourselves a leg armor piece, and that is valued at 30 mil, and that also broadcasts. So yeah, apologies for how old them 2 clips are, but I'm going to include them just for shits and giggles. Coming in with another Beastmaster kill, and the kill time wasn't as good as the previous kill, which was around 4 minutes and 40 seconds for this kill. And the loot then was still nothing special, just regular loot, and then we swiftly moved on to Yakamaru. And look at the graphics difference, it just looks beautiful. So I re-rolled this drop as well with some tokens that I received from a quest many months ago. So the loot appeared then to be around 2 mil to 2.5 mil, which is pretty good within around 10 minutes of work. Decided then to do a 1 hour quick session of Araxor. I think it was paths 2 and 3 maybe, I can't really remember. But with Araxor now, in my Road to Max Cash series, I re-rolled a few drops. And I re-rolled drops that I shouldn't have re-rolled, and I kept drops that I shouldn't have re-rolled, and you guys absolutely roasted me for it. So I thought now, within this series, I'm going for a higher figure, 5 bill. I'm just going to keep absolutely every single item that I get, and hopefully I can end up getting the base pet as a main drop in the world rather than a re-roll. So hopefully it should keep all of you guys happy, and also it should keep me happy as well, just keeping all the loot rather than binning it off and re-rolling it for a possible pet chance. Right then, so I've sort of done a contrast in screen resolution, as I said in my last video, I think my next video anyway, and you know, we've seen it right here now in this next thing trip. I've increased my screen resolution size, which has given me bigger space on my screen, allowing me to expand my interface and just add in generally more things, like action bars, and just remove my inventory and put that in a different area, add another action bar with defensives on, and also a few prayers, which are helping out a lot at Nex and Araxor especially, and even raids. And yeah, we are resuming now this at a Nex trip, so I was starting to get used to it at Nex, and as you can see, we got lucky yet again. Coming in with a load of Onyx Bolt drops, which I've said I'm going to be keeping just Onyx Bolt drops, or just showing Onyx Bolt drops, whereas all the other loot I'm just going to not bother showing it because it got repetitive and boring in my last series, according to you guys anyway, or the majority of you guys. And all the other drops from Nex are going to be main items, as seen there. We got, what was it, a Virtus Wand, another Virtus Wand. So yeah, quite disappointing. Still no main 12 plate body or 12 plate legs, which are the main items we want to get. But I can't really complain. As seen here, we got ourselves some Pernix chaps, and they are valued at 25 mil, which is absolutely beautiful. Here we go then. This is going to be a massive, quite a big Araxi stint anyway. This is the first kill of the day, and my reaction was quite special. I got myself a spider leg top, that is amazing, on the first kill, so I only needed a bottom leg piece then to finally complete my first leg. Obviously I had a middle leg piece left over from my Road to Max Cash series, which I just decided to implement in for the sake of it, because what is the point of destroying it? I asked a question like that in my Road to Max Cash episodes when I did have a leg piece, I think, left over, or a fang or something left over, and you guys did say I could implement it in, which was greatly appreciated. And I just thought you guys would be such really allowing, and you'd basically let me do the same as well with this. So yeah, a big Araxi stint right here. I'm going to be showing all the loot that I get from Araxi, mainly because Araxi is one of them bosses which the loot is pretty good no matter what, and also it does take quite a while to kill depending on the rotations, and I didn't really want to chop and change and spend hours upon hours or even days getting clips or just drops from Araxi, because you can go through phases where you go 80 to maybe even 150 kills dry, maybe even higher. I've had the one instance when I was going dry, and I got dry on around 86 kc on bottom path, which wasn't good fun. But yeah, I'm going to be including just all the normal drops here, or every single drop I'm going to be including, because of how sort of dry you can go here, and how, obviously with the Enrage as well, then it is a non-really fumble boss for the standard player. If you're an elitist, then you can just carry on camping here at 300% Enrage and it's no problem. But yeah, I just thought for the sake of it, just to show every single Araxi loot that I do get, because I didn't really want to spend weeks upon weeks just getting unique items and then just compiling all them into one episode, because then it just devalues the point of all the other clips in the episode being really, really old, and I don't really want that. This episode currently has been in the contrast of 3 weeks from my last episode, and even clips then, you're seeing God Wars 2 armors that are valued at 80 mil and to 30 mil, and now they're worth shit. They're worth like 2 mil or a couple of 100k if that. So it just goes to show that I've got to try and keep these episodes coming out consistently, rather than taking ages to upload them, which I'm going to try and do. So apologies for the rambling, but during the Araxor stint we got ourselves 2 leg pieces, a top piece and a bottom piece, which means we have completed our first leg, if I include the middle piece, which I'm sure you guys are going to allow me to do. You're very lenient, so yeah, a good, 160 mil there, made as well with the spider leg that we can make, which is a nice profit. So after doing that Araxor stint of around 40 kills, I decided to do one last next session for the episode to see if I could get lucky and try and scrape through with this pet. You know, with me being on the 3rd boss pet threshold now, my drop rate has slowly decreased quite dramatically, so it should be coming around any time now, probably when I'm in the 4th boss pet threshold, so yeah. But we did end up getting 4 items in this session: a Virtus mask, a Virtus robe top, a Virtus glove drop, and also Pernix boots, if I can remember correctly. So yeah, still a very, very nice next session. Next loves giving me all the drops, and I can't really complain. It is just a matter of time now, though, before I can get my hands on this lovely looking next pet. So to finish off, I'd done an elite and a hard clue scroll. The loot from the elite is on screen right now, and we got ourselves Zamrock arrows as the main item, which wasn't too great, but nonetheless it is still a free 287k or whatever it was that I had before. And then moving on to the hard clue, we got ourselves an Armadillo page, which with the recent God book updates, then the pages are worth quite a lot now, which is very nice. Anyway, going to show you the boss kills and also the current loot tab. So here we go again at the ending of another episode, and we are going to do the essential stuff like seeing what boss kills I'm on now, and also just having a quick browse of the tab to see how we're progressing on. So if we crack on, and we shall open up the boss lists and the boss kills. So we have done around 40 Araxor in this episode. Now I'm going to ask the question, would you want me to push towards 600 Araxi KC within episode 3? Get that to 600 KC and see what loot we get in the process. I think that'll be quite cool. And yeah, it's just a little thought I've had, is let you guys know if you do want me to quickly bust out another like 113 Araxor kills in one episode. I think that'll look quite special. And scrolling down then, the next KC is now 1.3k. I've done around 300 kills during this episode, and we've still been quite lucky. Still no pet though, which is quite unfortunate. But yeah, I don't really mind. I'm building up the KC, and my drop rate is still quite high in items to kill ratio, which is very nice. Also, we've done quite a few of God Wars 2, obviously Twin Furies, almost at the first boss bet threshold, haven't been back in a while, and you know, as you can see, the times that I did go, you know, the armor pieces were like 30 mil and stuff like that, were valued at 30 mil and they did broadcast, whereas now they are only a couple of 100k. So yeah, the amount of clips in this episode, I've got around 3 weeks worth from my last episode, so yeah, that's not too bad. Vindictor and Gorvek, 110, I haven't really been back there. I want to go back there and get that, because that's a very nice and easy boss, to be honest, and with an XT now, then I can actually not have, well, I can't lag anymore, my frames can't drop with an XT being so smooth, and yeah, sorting that out. So, did a little bit of Calfight King as well, almost at the first boss bet threshold. I didn't really bother showing any of the clips or any of the footage that I did get from Calfight King because we didn't get any drops, so I thought, you know, there's no point showing the rubbish loot like sharks and super restores. You guys don't want to see that. As I've said, I've tried to eliminate out all of the rubbish loot. Hurricane, that's still at 49. I want to get this done. I want to get that to 100 because there is a rumour going around that they are going to be buffing kilns quite dramatically. I'm not really sure if that's quite true, but yeah, just on a safety side, I do want to get, you know, the 100 kills done and have the 51 Onyxes banked. I think that'll be pretty cool from the kilns. And overall, we are on 23,021 boss kills. Compared to the last episode, we ended it on 21,971. So, yeah, we've done a good, 1,000 boss kills, and we haven't really camped any main God Wars 1 bosses like Bandos, even though I should probably go back there and see if I can get lucky and get in the pet with us being past 2 thresholds there. So yeah, that's enough for the boss lists. If we go into the tab, and yeah, here we go. We can now make a full spider leg. I'm just going to keep them as pieces for now until I don't know, make 3 or 4 or even 5 legs at once. I think that'll look pretty special. Coal ore, almost 200,000 coal ore, that is pretty amazing. We got ourselves another effigy as well at some point. I think that was from Calfight King, but I just ended up erasing all the clips because, you know, I just didn't really want to go through like 30 minutes of footage just to find an effigy drop. I think that's pretty pointless. Almost at 15,000 onyx bolts. I think that'll look very nice if we aim for 100,000 onyx bolts. I think that'll be pretty special. And yeah, we've got ourselves a smallish scroll bar on the go now, which is looking pretty nice. Yeah, plans for next episode, maybe if you guys want me to smash out another, 113 Araxor kills and round my KC to 600, and just generally build up on God Wars 2 items, even God Wars 1 items like Bandos and stuff like that, and even start Sara to try and finish off the pets for God Wars 1, and yeah, we'll see though, because I'm not really counting on any pets, really, just items is good enough for me so far. Like, we're building up a lot on next items, 3 Virtus Rogue Tops, and they are, how much? 20 mil, so yeah, top items and leg items are worth so much. We've got 4 Pernix chaps and they are almost 30 mil each. That is absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, the tab is looking pretty healthy. I'm not really sure how much this is. As I said, I'm going to be price checking this on episode 5, so hopefully we are well over a bill. I think we're well over a bill anyway, and that's a very good start considering we're only 2 episodes in. So yeah guys, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I'm playing on NXT now, so hopefully you should see the quality improve within the footage that I'm recording. There's a few clips where sort of low graphics because of how Java just made my FPS drop and just made my overall game lag at Araxor and even raids. So yeah, just a heads up on that, and that is pretty much it from me. So thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you soon. Peace guys.